Yo, what's up, Ippo fans? This is Rafael from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of Hajime Ippo 1018 Signs of Increase. So yeah, continues from yesterday. If you guys saw the review, it was more of a speculation and observation chapter, and this one's more or less no different, except we get to see more of Ippo's training again, like from the beginning, with Kimura in the gym, and it's like Ippo is on point. He's refined himself. His skills are sharpened. Kimura was basically trying to throw jabs at him, and it's like he's throwing them, and Ippo's just swerving, dodging them. And it's like there was one jab he threw, and he's like, he in his head, he's like, I'm sure that would have hit you. Ippo's just swerved to the side and giving him a body blow to his to the left side of his body, and just like that was it. And yeah, that ended the training. So yeah, Kimura's basically vomiting now, like in the wash up area of room, and Aoki comes in basically mocking him, and he explains that no matter what you do to Ippo, like if you throw a small like light jab, it won't stop him because it's too weak to phase him. And then if you try a full swing now, it lets him basically slide past and get in close enough to basically punch you in the gut and make you sick, as what he's doing right now. But he said that's not the only thing he's noticed. He said Ippo's angles have changed, and it's not like they've changed differently. They've reverted back to how they used to be. Because when he started using the Dempsey roll, that's when they originally started changing. Because the Dempsey roll, you have to swerve from side to side horizontally, so you could throw him a lot more hooks to compensate for, he's swerving and horizontal swaying. But before he used that, Coach Kamagai, sorry, originally taught him like a basically a really close uppercut kind of body blow. So it would come from the bottom rather than from the side, and that's when that connected, it hurt a lot. Like it basically made you want to vomit because it would hit you in your basically your ribs, and it would like you feel like your guts being smashed into your chest. That's what he said. Or it's like if you defended your body now, Ippo would change the angle, and he basically just hit him for your face. So it's like either way, he'll just keep going at whatever body part you would expose to him. So yeah, that's what he pretty much said. He'll keep going at you until you're dead. So Ippo is persistent when he gets into his attacking range. The one thing they were wondering is like if it's changed back, why has it? And I think Kimura's right what he brings up, a point that the reason why he changed it back is because he feels guilty and terrible about what he did in the fight against what was his name? Kojima, yeah, Kojima Soto or whatever his name is. When he basically, it was a brawl. He used no sort of fighting techniques or any respect for boxing rules in that thing. There was no morals. He gave him a biggest hook in his life and pretty much knocked the guy out, effectively ending his career as well, I think. So Coach Kamagai told him before, that's not how you're supposed to box. Don't ever do that again. I never taught you that way. So obviously Ippo's refining himself. He's relearning these fundamentals, and he's making himself ready for the world stage by going back to basics and learning what Coach Kamagai originally taught him. And I think that's probably the best thing he can do right now. It seems like instead of using techniques that he's not perfect at, he might as well go back to what he's used to and refine them, make them as strong as possible, as sharp and as clean as possible, so when he goes into the world stage, you can feel confident in his skills. So yeah, it seems like he's guilty, but he's also thinking ahead that this is what he needs to do: use techniques he's best at and make them as strong as possible, rather than learn something else. What was it? Aoki, yeah, that was it. He also was basically talking about Itagaki. He brought up a little. Basically, he was praising him. He was mocking that. Say it first, saying I never got hit at all by him. But it's like, yeah, I may have not got hit by Itagaki, but I couldn't touch him either. It was like this guy, even though he's kind of weak now because of his weight class, his weight control, it's like he's super flexible and he sees everything. So it's like I can't even get a scratch on him, let alone touch him or even hit, connect with him. So it's like that kind of makes him feel sick, like he wants to vomit. So yeah, it was kind of good to see Itagaki's getting strong, and Naoki says they both keep getting stronger. They're most likely both going to win unless they somehow get weaker before their match, which seems unlikely. And it's like they're stepping up to the next level. And this is when Aoki feels like he's depressed, like saying, "Oh, we're gonna get left behind." Kimura's like, "Stop being such a what do you call it? Well, do it." And he's like, "Do what?" And he's like, "Well, get to the next stage." And then they're like, "Yeah," like so. I want this as well. I don't want them to just be thrown out on, and they don't, from the story, and they don't have any sort of title wins or anything. They need to get something before the series ends. So yeah, we have a little bit at the end before the chapter ends. Ippo and Itagaki running, and Itagaki wonders how's Ippo's condition. He throws like a straight and basically says, "I'm pretty much done everything I can. Now all I have to do is see how long I last in terms of fighting and how well I will do against Gonzalez and see what I can do. That's all he can do now." So last bit of the chapter, we see that Alfredo Gonzalez has arrived in Japan. But the strange thing to everyone is the way he's arrived. It's weird. There was no sort of like massive crowd or anything, and also he's arrived in these training gear. The suits, track suits they wear, and it's like he's gonna go straight to the gym rather go go to his hotel and rest or whatever, and yeah, it's what do you call it? It just seems like they noticed that he seems ready for battle, and it seems that this match might be what kind of shakes up and changes the Japanese featherweight class forever, deciding whatever happens in this fight, whoever wins, I'm guessing. So it's like if Alfredo wins, it will change it. If Ippo wins, it will change it. It seems weird. I didn't really understand that part, but I'm guessing that's what the thing means. Whatever outcome, whoever wins will be basically shaking up the whole weight class of the featherweight division. So I guess it makes some sort of sense, but I hope it'll be kind of cleared up a bit more. It was kind of vague. So, but yeah, I've rabbled on. Chapter was good. More or less, this just seems like it's just more build up. The fight will eventually happen, hopefully in the next 3 chapters, after all the introductions and all that as well. But the one weird thing about this chapter, it's like they're kind of, it seems like they're either giving us false hope and they're like, yeah, Ippo's ready, which he sort of is, but like he's ready to win, but we kind of know it's not going to be that easy. So it just seems like it's, we're kind of being led on to believe that it's going to be, Ippo's victory, when really this Alfredo guy looks menacing. He's come over and he's ready to go to the gym straight away. So I'm assuming these chapters are basically, different points of view, different perspectives and different observations of each of the boxes, so we can have an idea of what they're going through and what training they've been doing and everything. And then obviously everything will be revealed in the fight, and then that will be the result of who was the stronger boxer and who was more ready. So yeah, that's about it. These chapters are just building up, and then we'll eventually get to the fight, hopefully. So yeah, that's all I could say. The usual, you guys let me know what you're thinking, any predictions and anything in the fight that you expect to happen. And also leave us a like if you enjoyed the chapter, and subscribe for more content in the channel. I'll speak to you guys next time.